And another thing, Queen Elizabeth was the biggest fucking hack this world has ever seen. Nobody will talk shit on Queen Elizabeth the way I will talk shit on Queen Elizabeth. The biggest fucking hack this world has ever seen. She was not a queen. She was a fucking demon. She was the worst fucking person that could have ever emerged to popularity. Nobody else could, like, I swear it's like a spiritual weird imposition where, like, people won't do it. People won't do it. It's like they feel some kind of fear when they talk about Queen Elizabeth because she was the embodiment of fear. But I don't. I feel no fear whatsoever. She was the biggest fucking hack this world had ever seen. She was the most unemotional, decrepit fucking woman this world has ever seen. And I mean no disrespect, because she came in as like the worst fucking thing, and it's like paints a contrast to, like, that's not it, dude. That's not it. She was the worst fucking person. And a lot of people run around like, Queen Elizabeth, she's on their fucking dollars. Dude, X that shit out. She was the biggest, most murderous, demonic person this world knows. Oh, I love her. Nobody, dude, nobody loves the queen. People fucking hate the queen, and they fucking hate her offspring. Her offspring. Breeding Diana into the royal family, it was like noble, but also was never going to work. Her offspring are the most insufferable fucking people. Nobody will talk shit the way I will talk shit about that queen. That fucking murderous, old, ugly, demonic, incestuous female was the worst thing that ever happened to this world. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. She was the absolute abomination of God's creation. She was the worst thing that ever happened to this world. She has no power, and that's why her family is experiencing no power. Nobody cares. She was the fucking worst, dude. Nobody will say it the way I will say it. She fucking sucked. She was a piece of shit, garbage in the ground, and like give no, absolutely no admiration to that woman other than the fact that she painted a contrast to what not to do. Who is not powerful, but people gave her power, right? A satanic sense. People, she was the biggest piece of shit that this world has ever seen. She was a fucking piece of garbage, and I'm not even like emotionally like charged. I'm just saying she was the biggest, most low life piece of shit garbage. Queen Elizabeth, piece of fucking garbage. Garbage. People paid tribute to her. Why? Wake up. Why? Why did you give any tribute to this piece of shit person who you knew nothing about? And you're finding a lot out about her. She had no emotion. She was obsessed with murder. I'm telling you from my personal experience, she had no emotion, and she was obsessed with murder. She was obsessed with defiling God's creation. She was obsessed with division. She didn't even have a husband. Who the hell husband her kids? She was a piece of fucking garbage. And I'm not even saying that because I'm emotionally like reactive. I'm not. Queen Elizabeth was a piece of garbage. She was absolute fucking trash. Nobody can come to you and tell you this the way that I will tell you. She was a piece of trash. She was fucking below trash. She was like what rots after you throw trash away. She was the worst person in the entire world, and she glorified herself in her own mind about that fact. So while you praised her as some kind of person, deep down, she glorified the fact that she was actually a rotting, not only trash, she was a rotting piece of trash under your feet. She was a piece of shit. She was a piece of garbage rotting. Not the trash itself, she was the rotting underneath the trash. She fucking sucked. And there's all these cults surrounding Queen Elizabeth. And their foundation is rotting beneath their feet because she was always only just a piece of rotting garbage. She was the worst. She did fucking nothing. Leave it in the comments below if you think Queen Elizabeth did anything good for this world. I'm sorry, I'm still learning. Leave it in the comments below. If you think Queen Elizabeth did anything good for this world, leave it in the comments below. And I mean no disrespect. Like honestly, like everything I'm saying, it sounds super disrespectful, but like at the same time, I just laugh. I'm like, dude. You were a fucking, and she's like, she was a piece of shit. I honestly, like, I mean no disrespect. If some, like, did she do anything good for this world? Other than creating a stupid cult of beautiful people who were. I don't even hate her. Because I'm like, if you subscribed to the rotting piece of garbage that Queen Elizabeth, you fucking dude. Change my mind. Change my mind. She came here as a rotting piece of flesh for people to subscribe to a belief that a rotting piece of flesh was giving you. And her name and her face is printed on money. It's printed on money. And people have like adoration for the female. Oh God, that's so interesting because she was just a piece of shit. Dude, she was just a piece of shit. Like, if God created a world where there was, like, the actual Divine Mother and then, like, this piece of shit, God was like, yeah, I'm gonna print the piece of shit on money and we're gonna see, like, who creates adoration to that piece of shit for all the money. Dude, I get no correction about this. Queen Elizabeth was an absolute piece of fucking garbage. She was a piece of shit person. She was a fucking abomination. And I don't think I get correction because she absolutely fucking was, and she knows it, and she like loves it. She was a piece of fucking garbage. Excuse all my bad language. Dude, Queen Elizabeth was the worst fucking person. This world is actually without a monarchy since that stupid bitch, quote unquote, died. I'm not mad about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about Queen Elizabeth. I'm not mad about it at all. She's dead. Like, that bitch fucking died, and this world's been without a monarchy. This world's been without a monarchy since that dumb bitch died. Dumbass dude. I was like, sounds so petty. That's the funny thing. Like, I talk so much shit on this woman, and it's like, it sounds so petty, but it's not even petty because it's true. She was such a fucking dude. She was the worst fucking person, dude. And I didn't go to England, but I kind of would like to go to England just to see. Do people really like her? Nobody likes her here. Oh, fuck. She's a fucking asshole. I fucking appreciate how much of an asshole she is because it just paints a contrast to how real the matriarch is. Like, she was not the matriarch. People have been walking around like she was the matriarch. Dude, she's not the matriarch. She's not the matriarch. She was never the matriarch. Do you know how many people were abused? Like, good people. Don't get me wrong. Good people abused under her matriarchy. Good people abused under her matriarchy because she was not it. And there aren't enough words. There aren't even enough words. There aren't enough words or cuss words to express. There isn't even, like, in my conscious mind, like, there's even no depth of hell. And I'm not saying like she belongs in the depth of hell because, like, we pray that God transform their heart and that they see the wrongdoings of what they did and they're redeemed. But if that wasn't the case, there aren't even like enough layers to hell to where that woman belongs. And I'm not even saying that because I'm mad. I'm just saying it because this world is without a matriarchy, and that woman, all these people, all these years, looked up to the Queen Elizabeth as if she was some kind of like idol. And she was the worst person you could have ever looked up to. And maybe I am really naive and detached from the amount of people who still look up to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth, but I will tell you, you are the most deceived people I have ever come across. And I just want to make friends with you and like share with you something better because it was not her. She was like the opposite. She was the opposite of reality. I don't want to make a long video about fucking Queen Elizabeth. She's a dumb cunt. And I'm not like, most people are like spiritually corrected, but like I'm somebody who like I can talk the most shit about Queen Elizabeth and I'm not spiritually corrected. Like, I feel no fear about it. I'm like, dude, I'll just fucking tell you. Like, dude, she was the worst fucking person in the entire world. Next to Pindar, who was Hank Meyer, who was like the biggest piece of shit, fucking old faggot asshole, reincarnated over and over again. I know all his he's a piece of garbage, dude. This is Satan and Jezebel, right? Like, this is the fucking serpent and Lilith. And they hate each other because they're both gay and lesbian. But Queen Elizabeth never professed to be straight. She like probably fucked her father. She's so disgusting. I think she like fucked her father and that's how they got kids. The only redeeming factor to that family was Diana. And they killed her. Fuck you. They killed her. Fuck you. Diana redeeming. Like, fuck you to hell. And I do really like wish mercy on their souls. And I wish that, like, you could come to the lowest point in your fucking life and just know different. But god damn, dude, Queen Elizabeth was a piece of shit. Alright, I don't want to make this too long because I don't want to speak too much about Queen Elizabeth. That's just, like, there aren't even like, you can't even, like, depict a dialogue. It's just all encompassing. Everything comes to this one moment where I profess that that woman was the biggest piece of garbage that this world has even seen. And I hate that I spent 16 minutes talking about it, because I spend no time thinking about it, because I don't care, because I'm not a victim. I can't believe I spent 16 minutes. She's not even worth 16 minutes talking about it. About the big piece of fucking garbage that she is and was. And I pray that God have mercy on her soul if she ever finds out the damage that she has done, if it's possible, or that's just what she was there to do, you know? Check you later.